Alright, so the last example we're going to do from section 2.1 is one involving decimals. Now the first thing that you're going to want to do whenever you have a problem with decimals is to get the decimals out of there. And the best way to do that is to figure out what will you need to multiply by in order to get all of the decimals to go away. Now each of these terms have the same number of decimal points after the decimal in both of these numbers, so we've got 2 points after the decimal. In order to get rid of that, therefore, we're going to multiply each term by 100. So in other words, you're going to multiply by some multiple of 10 where the zeros equal the number of decimal places you have after the decimal point. So we're going to multiply each term in this equation by 100. Now this term in the middle here, this is all one long term because these are all multiplied together. If they're all multiplied together, then they all count as one term. And as a reminder, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So even though there's no decimal point on this side, we still need to multiply that by 100 because we're multiplying every term by 100. Okay, so if we multiply these 100s through, multiplying 100 times 0.05 moves the decimal point 2 spots to the right. So now we're left with 5x. And again here, multiplying 100 times 0.01 moves that decimal point 2 spots to the right. So now we're left with just 1 times 500 minus 5x. And that's going to equal 5 times 100, which is 500. Okay? Now we can get rid of this parentheses because the stuff inside the parentheses can't be combined together because it's not a like term. And out on the outside we're multiplying by 1, therefore the stuff on the inside of the parentheses is not going to fundamentally change. So we've got 5x plus 500 minus 5x equals 500. Okay, now if we combine our like terms, this 5x and the negative 5x cancel each other out and become 0. So now we're left with 500 equals 500. If you have a situation like this, you could come across an identity equation. And that is when you no longer have a variable, the variables have dropped out, and you're left with a statement that is true. 500 does equal 500. However, if you run into something like this, where the x has dropped out, and you're left with two numbers that are not equal, that solution is called a contradiction. Okay. Hopefully this clears up any questions you may have about this section. If you do have any, please don't hesitate to contact me by email. Thanks so much.